Isaiah chapter 34, verse 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judge me. So before we go any further, we'd like to give all praises and glory to Yahawah. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to all the Akim around the four corners of the earth that's pushing His word in faith and sincerity. And today we just gonna basically go into the or push the destruction, or push the vibration of the destruction of America, you know. And we're gonna base it off this scripture, Isaiah 34, verse 5, because this place is just it's way out of control. It's out of order, you know. Faggotry and lesbianism is at an all-time high. They got this shit with the identity or gender identity,
transgender,
yeah, that they want to implement into the school system, starting it from kindergarten on up. Well, they already started in Virginia, but this thing is supposed to like spread like wildfire across the board in the different states, man. You know, they just passed where the Supreme Court just ruled on all 50 states it's permissible for gay marriage, same-sex marriage. So, you know, I mean, we can go on and on and on about the wickedness of this so-called country, America. The scripture referred to this place as Babylon the Great, you know. So we're going to read this scripture again and focus in on this word bathe and go from there. So go ahead, brother, if you could read it again.
It's Isaiah 34 and 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea.
Right. So it's this is a common scripture that we bring out here at Great Millstone. The scripture is saying that this is the Most High speaking. He's saying His sword, which are the thermonuclear missiles, that's what the sword represents, shall be bathed in heaven. Meaning, when them missiles are shot off from across the earth over here to America, this is the main place that's gonna receive the judgment and to take down Esau's kingdom. That those missiles are gonna destroy this place. And the further, you know, go into that part of the verse, we're gonna go into that word bathe. But before we do so, let's finish that. Let's start from the top, okay, brother.
It is Isaiah 34 and 5. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven.
Right, the Most High sword is the thermonuclear missiles, and they're going to be bathed in Esau's rulership. The so-called white man's rulership was basically the influence of his rulerships. It stems right here from America. All the influences of Babylon the Great, all the influences of the rulership of the so-called white man that is based out of Babylon. You know, whether it's the democracy. They use basically America at the forefront to push their philosophy in the earth, you know. Right. So yeah, you can continue, bro. And I'm sorry. And the scripture said, "Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea," which that's the Greek way of saying Edom. So go ahead, brother.
It shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Right, the people of the Most High's curse is the so-called white man that was cursed with that leprous, basically cursed with to be a clean leprous, and to their judgment, you know. So let's go ahead and get that word bathed, because this word is pretty interesting. You know, I never looked into it. I understood the scripture, but I never actually went and looked up this word. So this is what we're doing right now. Right. Go ahead, brother.
So yeah, this is Strong's 87301 rah, and it means to the first definition means to saturate.
To be satiated.
To be satiated, first definition. The second is saturated, have or drink one's fill, to take one's fill, to be drunk, be intoxicated.
Yeah, right. Like when you get drunk, you done had an over excessive amount of alcohol.
Right.
That's what makes you drunk. You just can't drink a glass of wine and say you drunk. You gotta take in a high consumption of that alcohol. You know.
Right. It says to drench water abundantly, saturated, to saturate water, to cause to drink.
Right, so that word bathe in this 5th verse, Isaiah 34, it basically means to saturate. So we're going to look up that word saturate. We're going to get the etymology of the word saturate, you know. So basically it's the scripture is saying that the Most High is going to saturate this rulership. He's going to saturate America, you know. This place is actually going to be saturated, but let's get to what that word means.
Right, so in this is an online etymology dictionary, and it means to satisfy.
Speak up just a little bit.
To satisfy, to satiate, from the Latin saturus. It means to fill, full, to sate, to drench. From sator, sated, full, to satisfy. To soak thoroughly. That's basically
right. That's basically it. So, you know, basically when you get full and you're satisfied, like you eat a lot of food or enough food to where you full, then you're satisfied. So, or you fill a glass to your satisfaction, you know. So basically that's what the word satisfy means, to feel full or to satisfy. And that's what's going to happen to this place. The Most High is going to send 200 million missiles or warheads that's going to drop on the soils of America,
right.
And that's going to saturate this place. It's actually the nuclear heat from those warheads are going to absorb all the moisture out of this place, turn this place into a desert, a wilderness, you know. And that's basically it, man. We want to go into this scripture just to further push destruction to America, destruction to the so-called white man. And you know, you got something, bro? You want to?
Right. I mean, like the brother's going into, man, the Most High, he's gonna send them missiles, and that's gonna satisfy his thirst and quench his thirst to destroy America. You know, it's gonna satisfy the Most High to destroy and wipe America off the planet. You know, and turn it to a big desert. You know, and that word right there is to be bathed. That's a heavy word in the scripture. You know, and the brothers bringing it out through the spirit and grace of Yahawah Shema Shai, that, you know, we can come out and push the word to the elect. That's all I got out.
Yeah, well, yeah, man. You got faggots at all time. How you step out the door of your house, go in and handle your business here in this wicked kingdom. You're gonna see faggots and lesbians. You might see them being so-called inappropriate in public, you know.
That's right.
You got women that's all out of control, especially the Israelite woman. Kids out of control. The white man ruling, polluting the air, the food, your minds with all these different wayward philosophies. This place deservingly needs to be destroyed, man. To be this place. The way this place is going to basically be satisfied, you know, is by the way of the thermonuclear destruction, man. You know? And with that, Shalom.